Good afternoon. This is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and I bring you all my Advanced Crystal Beast Deck Profile 2022 post Crystal Revenge Battles of Legend. Well, I guess it's Battle of Legends Crystal Revenge, if you want to call it like that. But as you can see, all my cards are already on the table, and they're already spelled out, which is different than all my other videos. Usually, I go by card, then card, and reveal them individually. But instead, I'm revealing them all at once. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this is more of a rant video than a deck profile. If you want to see the deck profile that I made, here it is in its entirety. I feel like this deck profile is pretty standard for Advanced Crystal Beast. Maybe there could be some exceptions. The field spell does allow you to access Phantom Knight plays. So you can technically play Rusty Bardiche and play some Rusty cards, which is pretty cool because it turns all of them into dark. And secondly, since you can spam level 4s, you can technically go into Rusty and like rank 4 Link plays, which is really cool. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about why I'm very disappointed when it comes to Crystal Beasts. Not Crystal Beasts like the new stuff. The structure deck, 10 out of 10. When it comes to the Advanced Darks, artwork 10 out of 10. Retrains, 4 out of 10. I think that, honestly, the original Crystal Beast monsters that came out in like 2006 are better than the retrains, which is saying something. I didn't know how you can get worse than the retrains, because if you don't know Crystal Beasts have the most stupid spells and traps imaginable. Like, we have 6 Rhodas. We have literally a true Draco card as a continuous spell. We have we have counter traps. We have conclave control. We have so many really good spells and traps. But our monsters have always been either mid or just bad in general. And this is no exception. Besides the artwork of these cards, Advanced Crystal Beasts suck. They're just garbage. And the reason why is because of one restriction. The difference between an Advanced Crystal Beast and a normal Crystal Beast is that Advanced Crystal Beasts send themselves to the graveyard if you do not control Advanced Dark. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is Advanced Dark? And why are we doing this? So, I'm kind of just going to catch you up to speed and we'll go from here. If you don't know Crystal Beasts, like I said, they're a really cool combo-y deck. There's like probably 2 ways to play the deck. Technically 3 if you count like splashing them into different archetypes. So there's splashing them into different archetypes, which you've seen on my channel, which would be like ABCs, Invoked, because their new spell trap card they got in the 2022 Megatons allows you to search any field spell. So technically you can play any field spell in the deck, like Necro Valley, Mystic Mine, ABC Union Hanger, Furion, a field spell, Magical Meltdown, whatever. So there's some really cool synergistic decks. And I made emphasis on how I'm excited to do more deck profiles in my previous videos on Crystal Beast. I'm a huge Crystal Beast fan. I really think, as a concept, they're really cool. The idea that when all the Crystal Beasts die, they go into the spell and trap zone as like continuous spells, and then you can just summon them back, is a really cool mechanic. I really love that about the Crystal Beast. Not to mention, I just love GX in general. GX had heroes, it had ancient gears, it had some of my favorite archetypes of all time, when it comes to the anime at least. Yet, these retrains just suck. Like, no offense, they're just the same exact copies of the originals, except they just die if the field spell's not there. And the field spell didn't get a retrain. This one right here is still the same field spell that we had since like 2006, which is saying something. Another card that we didn't get out a retrain of. We didn't get a dark version of Rainbow Dragon, Dark Rainbow Dragon. We have a retrain of the Light Rainbow Dragon, which is great, but we don't have a retrain of the Dark, which sucks because guess what? Sapphire Pegasus is a really cool card. It's a new one, but it doesn't allow you to place anything but advanced Crystal Beast cards from your deck. So guess what? Yeah, let's say you even had the field spell. You had to be field spell, normal summon this card, place a advanced Crystal Beast card in your spell and trap zone. Cool. You cannot put this guy in your spell and trap zone. And he's the best one to put. What are you going to do? Put an Amethyst Cat? You're going to put a Cobalt Eagle? It isn't good. It just isn't good. Now, these cards are still amazing. Well, minus the field spell. But all these cards are still great. The counter trap is still amazing. The original ones are still good. These are just really, really pretty versions of bad cards. Like, this guy, I guess, is one of the better ones. He protects your field spell, which is nice. Which I don't think the original Elephant did. I kind of don't remember what the original Elephant does because we don't really play him. But he does protect your field spell, which is cool. This guy is just, hey, discard me, search a field spell. So this is technically 3 terraforming, which is nice. Amethyst, not Amethyst Cat. My apologies. I keep doing this. Every video, I keep calling this thing Amethyst Cat. And of course, it's Ruby Carbuncle. And Ruby Carbuncle is an amazing card. It special summons cards from your spell and trap zone. As many as you want, as many as are there. Really, really good card. Issue? It's just as good as the original, but the field spell's not there. It dies. And then these three are the most disappointing. Out of all the retrains, like, don't get me wrong, they probably could have made this one a little better than this guy, but he isn't too bad. So I'm going to put these in, like, the decent ones. But these 4 right here, these bricks that you have to play in your deck, right here, these 3 really, these 3 individuals, these cards suck, which says something because I think Topaz Tiger has the best artwork out of all of them. Like, straight up, that one and the Unicorn, I guess Sapphire Pegasus, that's what it's called, have the best artwork. And the fact that he literally is just a 2000 vanilla that dies if you don't have a field spell is stupid. And don't even get me started on Amethyst Cat. This card can attack directly. It has 1200 attack, and it does half damage. It doesn't do 1200, it does 600 damage. Because the card, like old Amethyst Cat, does half damage. Why couldn't Konami give us new updated effects on these guys? Even I'll throw them both in there. Why couldn't they retrain these dudes? Like, don't get me wrong, he protects the field spell. That's kind of cool. He negates attacks. That's okay. Why couldn't these guys do anything? Like, we could have given them really, really interesting effects. And we just didn't get those. I'm not exactly sure why. This is still a deck profile, so as you saw, but it's also a rant. Because I wanted these cards to be good. When you first revealed the artwork of these cards, we thought they were going to be the nuts, the bee's knees. And we finally get good advanced Crystal Beast monsters. Oh, just good advanced Crystal Beast. Good Crystal Beast monsters in general. Then the deck is solid. We already had really, really good spell cards. Like, Conclave Control was a tier deck. I notice I'm emphasizing on tier deck for like a week. And that was really, really cool. No one expected that the structure that could make Crystal Beast playable. And they did. They were actually pretty playable. But these new cards just don't do anything for them. And that's kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. Don't get me wrong. The spells, like I said, they're all cracked. But I don't know. I just kind of disappointed, Konami. Here's how you fix the archetype, honestly. You have to keep the restrictions because they're not going to make a retrain of the retrain. Let's just be real here. But, you know what you do? You make up a dark version of this guy so that Sapphire Pegasus can put it in the spell and trap zone. And you give us a real field spell. This card needs a update, and it needs an update bad. Because this card is really, really cool. But making all monsters dark and then just having a cool battle phase effect is not enough in modern day 2022. When tier element field spells literally add a monster, pop a card, give all monsters 500, this thing is not doing enough. It is sadly wrong. And even like the pure versions of these decks, at least they can play cards like Union Carrier. They can play cards like Necro Valley, Mystic Mine. Are you going to be able to play those cards with these bricks, with also having to play Advanced Dark? No, you can't. This deck is just a worse version of Conclave Control, and Conclave Control is just a really cool rank 4 Link deck, which almost every modern Yu-Gi-Oh deck can do. I mean, that's just the definition of like ABCs, gadgets, even Evil Swarms. Well, I guess, yeah, even Evil Swarms, but Evil Swarms, don't get any start on Evil Swarms. That's a whole soapbox right there. I don't know. I was really hoping Konami did better. This is kind of this is my 10-minute rant. There's a really, really good video by Nesh. I guess he's a YouTuber that loves Crystal Beasts just as much as I do, if not more. He probably loves them more than I do. Because this is not my top 10 favorite archetypes. This is just probably top 30. You're probably saying top 30. Come on. There's 200 archetypes. I own 250 decks, guys. I have a lot of favorite decks. This is not one of them. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the archetype, but not if they keep getting support like this. Like, they're doing my boys dirty. And they keep doing them dirty. I'm just going to be sad about it. But this is definitely a miss when it comes to this. And especially since the box is called Crystal Revenge. That's the worst part. It's like, they gave us a bomb of a structure deck, and then you end the year. Like, this is literally like we're in November. And you end the year on this set, technically, because I think we do get like the one more set after this. I think it's not Photon Hypernova. It's the Firefighter archetype box. I think that's our last one. And that ends 2022. But if these guys are the cover cards and they're just worse version retrains that are pretty, that's bad. That's bad, Konami. I know you want the originals to still be played, but this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. You should have made these guys work with the originals. That would have been amazing. I know they're villains. I saw lore-wise that don't work. But you could have made these guys like extenders. Like, maybe make these guys make the originals better in some way. I don't know. I just wish these are better. That's it. That's the end of my deck profile. End of my rant. It's not really a deck profile. It's more of a rant. But this is something different. I usually do deck profiles, but I just felt a little angry about this one. And that's about it. I hope you all enjoy. Take care. Don't do anything stupid. And see you all in the next one.